Welcome to Medica Nova Wellness Studio. I'm Angelika Maria Koch with your educational videos about how to live optimal health and vibrant well-being as I continue to guide you step by step through an amazing and life-transformative process, empowering you to connect with your body and soul in a completely new way again. So before we embark on another exciting subject about how to heal yourself naturally, I would like to remind you about my online courses which are available at the online academy at my website medicanova.net. So what's so different about these courses? Although these are online courses, I will guide you step by step with an individual and a really personal tutorial through a 16 weeks course material, which you usually do not get with online courses. This means you and I will be in constant contact. Not only are they beautifully created, but I'm sure they will become a constant companion on your journey to optimal health. So today, let's explore the theme, how to prepare to winterize. Well, this morning I woke up and there was the snow, only to remind me winter has clearly arrived. So apart from gathering the wood where I live and getting the winter boots out, this is also the time where you need to boost and stimulate your immune system and your body so you can actually enjoy this season of within. So without being stricken by all these colds and coughs and flus. What you do today will set your status of health for the next few months. Of course, we are bombarded with loads of ads to get your yearly flu shot. But let's talk about how you can prevent your colds and coughs and flus with effective and free from side effect treatments. Remember, it is unlikely that a virus, bacteria, any external stimuli causes you to fall ill in the first place. Germs and viruses in themselves do not cause the disease, but are actually a secondary reaction to an already weak immune system within the body. Your immune system could be depleted from stress, lack of vital nutrition, lack of sleep, overwork, or going through a cathartic emotional transition then in your life, which we all go through right now. The reasons are countless. So in the next few months, for example, millions of Americans or people will fall ill. They say 4 million Americans will get sick every day this winter. This is a huge statistic. Of course, needless to say, the pharmaceutical industry would eagerly advertise the yearly flu shots here. And they are very easily, conveniently available just by when you go shopping in your supermarket. But let's enlighten you a little bit about some vital information here. Did you know there are literally thousands of strains of influenza? The reason you can get the flu more than once a year is because viruses like bacteria, they're actually mutating, they're changing their forms, which is also referred as drifting or shifting. So when the virus mutates more and changes slowly, we call it a drift. And when the virus changes more rapidly, from one virus into another viral form, we call it a shift. This is what makes it possible for you to get infected multiple times during the year, and also why it is impossible to accurately design a flu shot which covers the entire population. We are looking here for an individualized medicine. Pharmaceutical companies produce yearly a new flu vaccine using only 4 strains out of thousands of different influenza virus. Flu shots do not work on the principle in boosting your immune system. On the contrary, in fact, they will suppress the current status of that immune system, and we do not want that. We want to boost, we want to strengthen the immune system so you're more resistant to the virus or the bacteria. And also, we do not want all the side effects. Scientific research data educates us that 10 or more flu shots among the elderly population can be a contributor to Alzheimer's disease. The reason is because it causes inflammation within the brain, which really we do not want with Alzheimer's. The common cold, for example, is usually a viral infection of the upper respiratory levels. It can be the nose or the throat. but actually they're harmless, although it doesn't feel like when you have it. It can be from a runny nose, sore throat, cough, watery eyes, sneezing, or nasal congestion, or the whole gamut. In fact, because any one of more than 100 viruses can cause a common cold, the signs or the expressions or the symptoms can vary greatly. Right? This is why we need more a remedy which matches you here, rather than just the general population. Preschool children are greatest risk here, and of course, we want to help them to get stronger here. Even healthy adults can get colds and flus during the year. I would say children younger than 6 years old are most at risk, and particularly if they're in childcare setting or any work environment where we have lots of people around, people traveling on airplanes. These are all situations which can make these people more susceptible. So what can you do to naturally boost your immune system while protecting your body from these incoming stimulants? So from your children, especially the ones below their age, I mentioned this before, 10 or 6 or 10, as well as adults, start taking now a daily vitamin mineral supplements. And I really emphasize here on the quality. We don't want preservatives, additives, toxins. We want a good product. Also, I would say with adults, take now your daily vitamin D3, which not only will help to boost the immune system, but also prevents it from overreacting. If a family member has already been stricken or a little bit sick, start taking vitamin C 3 times a day, maybe for a few days till everything has calmed down again. The idea is that you get a product, just a general product, which is an energy and immune system boosting formula that eases allergies, colds, and builds the flu resistance here. If you don't know which products to take, please contact me on my email info@medicanova.net, and I'm more than happy to guide you to really natural and effective supplements which I use on a daily basis in my practice. Definitely a must for any teachers, kindergarten teachers, nursery, or anybody who works in public places. If you're already feeling a little bit ill, and sort of like the first day, I advise you to take some zinc. Zinc several times a day, maybe for the first day. It comes in liquid form as well. Really works very well here. Others might prefer some herbal extracts like ECHINACEA or GOLDENSEAL combination, which also will really affect the viruses right away. Of course, as I'm a homeopath, I would like to suggest here some effective homeopathic remedies which are all available over the counter in your local health food store. Envision you or your child or your loved one, you wake up with a scratchy throat in the morning, or you have been in the park and it was beautiful sunshine, but by the end of the afternoon the temperatures dropped drastically, and I think I got a chill, or you were jogging in the early morning hours, and by the end of the day you feel like, I think I get a cold. What to do? The first remedy which I always suggest is called ACONITE napellus in the potency 30, or in short ACONITE. It's also called wolfsbane. It's a fantastic remedy for the early stages of any acute illness. So it really works only on the first day. If you take it the second or the third day, it won't do it anymore. It is really indicated for, fevers. You may be alternating chills already. You maybe have a cough by then, but definitely your air passages are irritated. It is very effective after sudden exposure of cold air. This is where the magic lies here. And there may be inner restlessness going on, but try to get this remedy with your zinc and your vitamin C, and you maybe catch your cold right there and then. For children, I would suggest 1 pellet 3 times a day, 1 day only. You only need it for 1 day. For adults, maybe 1 pellet every 1 to 2 hours, up to 5-6 pellets, and you would see then already if the improvement sets in. As soon as you feel better with homeopathic remedies, stop. Do not take them further and only repeat them when it's indicated. If you only have a slight sore throat and a slight fever, nothing major, but just little onsets, I suggest the homeopathic remedy ferrum phosphate, or ferrum phos in short, from the biochemic homeopathic cell or tissue salt range. This is really again for the early febrile conditions, just a slight little fever, little sore throat, maybe some chest problems, and it works very well here too. Again, they come in a plastic bottle with lots of pellets in there, soft pellets, and I would say for the children, 2 tablets as often as possible. That can be every 1 to 2 hours, maybe for the whole day, or adults, again, 4 pellets, as often as possible, every 1 to 2 hours, and as soon as improvement starts, stop. There is another one called, I'm sure you have seen this, OSCILLOCOCCINUM. That is sort of a general remedy for body aches, headaches, fever, chills, fatigue, flu symptoms. That works quite well too, particularly in the initial days. You can take, it comes out in little flasks, little vials, and I would just I would suggest take a third of each bottle, every 2 hours. You maybe just need 1 bottle only. It comes usually in 3 bottles or in 6 bottles, but it's quite effective. Having said that, if you pass the first stage and you go now into a feeling like, oh my God, my muscles are aching, I feel really heavy like lead, and drowsy and tired and lethargic, and you have this chill going up and down your spine, you maybe think about the remedy GELSEMIUM sempervirens, which is also called yellow jasmine in the potency 30. That would really, really hit hard the muscle aches and the feeling like lead. Again, with children, 1 pellet 3 times a day. With adults, maybe 1 pellet every 1 to 2 hours, up to 5, 6 tablets, but that should really do it. Again, if you have really, if GELSEMIUM wouldn't work, for example, and you have but still this body ache and this muscle soreness in the entire body, I would also suggest Eupatorium perfoliatum, which is called common bone set. I would follow that with GELSEMIUM. Again, if you feel like, God, your bones are just aching now. Again, for children, same thing, 1 tablet 3 times a day, and for adults, a pellet every 1 to 2 hours, maybe for 5, 6 times. Now, if you feel like on the first day, again, this is a video which should just introduce you to the initial stages of a cold and cough and what you can do with that, right? When you have a strong fever, particularly in young children, I mean really strong, we talk about 104, temperatures go really high, the skin feels very steamy to touch, we have glassy eyes and the pupils are dilated, and there's a really sore throat, really red sore throat going on. You maybe think about a remedy called BELLADONNA. BELLADONNA 30 very works well to bring down these intermittent fevers. What are intermittent fevers? They're basically, you wake up in the morning, you're fine, but by about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, the fever spikes up again, and that can happen every day till it sort of fizzles out. And BELLADONNA would support that process so it doesn't have to last for days and days and days. Always think about gargling with salt water. I know it's simple and it's a simple kitchen pharmacy idea, but it works very well. Coming back to BELLADONNA, I would say for children, 1 pellet 3 times a day only, for 1 day only, and for adults, 1 pellet every 1 to 2 hours, maybe up to 5 to 6 doses. Now, if you have been exposed to wet in the rain, or the days were still hot and the night temperatures drop drastically, which is definitely my area right now, then you think about a remedy called DULCAMARA solanum, or for short DULCAMARA 30. It really works very well when you have symptoms like a total blockage of the nose without any discharge. which is related to exposure to cold air. Very, very effective here. Of course, these are only a handful of homeopathic remedies which I suggest here in these videos, because there are hundreds out there which are usually indicated for coughs and colds and flus. But this video should serve you to feel inspired to just reach out for other ways how to help your body in a more natural and effective way. So don't hold back here. If you have any questions how to do this all, and with the potencies and how many times to repeat these remedies, please contact me on my email info@medicanova.net. And you can also always have a look for, maybe you're looking for Christmas presents, at my book The Dance of Your Core Healing, Transforming Your Mind, Body and Soul in Your New World. I appreciate if you subscribe to my channel. It is free and fun, and it also will allow you to get emails on a regular basis about updated videos. For today, much love. Take care.